It has a decent little sound to it. Give you guys a couple revs here. That's the sound I like right there, that deep. The 1100 is back, all fixed up. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button for me, please. If you're a subscriber, thank you again for clicking on the video, continuing on the journey with me. Again, we now have a new truck on the channel, the 2019 Silverado Satin Steel LTZ Z71 crew cab standard bed. Today's video is an exhaust update video. So I'm very happy to say we are now catback straight pipe true dual with aftermarket tips. That is what is on this truck right now, and these are the tips that I went with. The blue burnt tips, quad tips, and I think they look really good. If you guys think differently, put it down in the comments below. Let me know what you think. I did want the blue burnt tip sticking out a little bit, so it is about 1 inch to a 1/2 inch sticking out past the bumper. They did give me the option to go flush with it, but I kind of wanted the blue tip to show. I didn't even know I was gonna get these type of tips. I did know I was gonna get the quad tips, but I didn't know I was gonna get blue burnt tips. I was just going for the chrome in my head, thinking, all right, I want some chrome quad tips on the truck, because as the previous stock tips that were on the truck, and I really did like those tips, but I just didn't like how the exhaust, the actual tube of the exhaust, dumped into those tips. And a lot of the sound in this truck, these trucks are already quiet and pretty much stay quiet. It's hard to get the sound back out of these newer V8 trucks. But that is why I went with the type of setup that I went with, straight pipes into quad tips. And we'll go a little further with that here in a second, but I really did like the way the stock tips looked on this truck with the cutouts on the bumper. And the reason why I went with the quad tips is because those cutouts alone and this type of bumper. This is just in case we do go with some new quad tips on this truck. the truck is warm. I just wanted to get a warm start comparison. We already have some cold start comparisons with the stock tips, but I wanted to get a warm start comparison too as well, if we do decide to go ahead and get quad tips on this and get a comparison video going here. So let's go ahead and remote start. I know you guys can take these bumpers off and put just a regular stock bumper on these trucks with no dual exhaust cutouts. It'll just have a single side exit for those trucks, but with the bumper that does not have these dual exhaust cutouts. So that is an option for you guys, but to me, I didn't want to go that route because I felt like it was a either or situation. If you could spend the money on the bumper, or you could spend the money on getting the true dual straights that look awesome like this. To me personally, I'm a true dual guy. I'm a two pipes kind of guy. I'm a loud exhaust kind of guy. So I definitely went the exhaust route instead of changing a bumper and getting either a dual exhaust that could have been dumped, or just a single side exit or a dual side exit in front or behind the rear tires. I like this look right now. Again, tell me what you guys think below. I went to All-Star Muffler Discount in Parma, Ohio. It was about a 35-minute drive for me, and what I know is that, again, what I preach on this channel is customer service. I don't mind driving 35 minutes. Even though I have 15 muffler shops all around me and where I live, I'd rather have that customer service. And I hope you guys remember me saying this in some of my moto vlogs. If you guys watch those videos, I would rather have customer service and know I'm going to a good reputable shop and getting great work for a good price and getting out the door quick, than going to a shop close to me and getting half, I guess half the courtesy of work, or have the respect kind of thing, where they just want to, hey, we don't know you, we just want to get you in, get you out, and you be on your way, and it might take a little longer, so we're going to charge you a little extra and stuff like that. A lot of that stuff comes up with new shops. You guys know that because some of you guys take your trucks and vehicles to shops and different shops and all like that, but that's a whole different conversation. But the customer service part is, I've been going to them for 4 years and they know me by name by now. So you're doing really good, like I say in my motovlog videos, when they know you by name and they say, or you're getting some work done, and they come back to you and say, hey, we found this, but we went ahead and did it for free, no charge, just pay us what you came here for. When you get service like that, and when you get that sentence said to you, that is a relationship that has been built over time, and a relationship that has been built with trust, knowing that, all right, this is a good customer, they're going to always come back to me, and come back to me first if they have any problems before they go to any other shop, even if they do have to drive a little extra or do whatever extra to get their vehicle to me, or whatever the case may be, whatever situation it is, rather than take it somewhere else and give them the money. But it's the same thing with being the owner of the shop. It's like, all right, we got that customer, a retention customer, a returning customer. Let's treat that person with respect so that they always come back here. We always have a reputable place in their heart for them to bring their vehicles back to each and every time that they have an issue or a problem or want to upgrade something. They're always coming back to us first and foremost. And as the customer, it's like, all right, I'm being treated that way, so I definitely want to stick to this place, stick to these people. And it's just a good feeling. But back to the tips here, guys. These tips cost me $170. What that includes is taking off my stock tips, which were a pain in the butt. There's two ways to do it. You can either go through taking off these side steps here and going in this way, which is a little bit easier, but again, you got an extra step to do, is taking off these bolts on these side steps and removing that, and then putting your ratchet in through to get those two hard to get bolts out, which sit right behind the bumper right here. The third one is right in the middle, so that's an easy one. You can get out in about 2 minutes tops. The other two are hard to get to, so if you do go the non-taking off the step route and just go straight underneath, you will have to jam your hand in, especially if you're a man with big hands. You're gonna have to jam your hand in there and ratchet slowly away just to get those bolts to come up just a little bit by little bit by little bit each time you ratchet away a little bit. So again, $170 for them removing both stock tips, mocking these new tips on, the cost of the new tips, and the welding, and then for them to button everything back up, the welding and the finish, everything like that. So out the door it was $170. So the tips were $160. They charged me $10 for the welding and the labor. So again, good customer service. And no offense to some of you guys, you may get charged a little bit more. That's just my price and what I got these for. But I highly would encourage you guys to go visit this shop if you need any exhaust work done. They do a couple other things as well. I'll list their information right here, so if you guys want to go check them out, if you need any work done on any of your vehicles, check them out, give them a call. I will say they are a really good shop, so they fill up fast, and that's another good thing about going to a good shop, is that you know you're going to a good shop if they're closing their books down at 10:30 in the morning. They literally have a line of, I want to say, at least 20 people every morning at 9 a.m. when they open. And I was one of those people. I already knew, because I've been there, going there for 4 years now. I'm always usually the first through fourth person there. I get there about 8 o'clock, and that's how early you got to get there to be and get that first spot at 9 o'clock when they open those gates and open the doors to let you in and give you your give them your issue or what you want done to your vehicle. But after 10 o'clock, 10:30, they're shutting their books down and saying anybody else that comes in through the door, they say, hey, if you can't leave your vehicle there and have it done by the next day, then you're out of luck. You got to come back again another day right when they open, and try to get there early. That's what they encourage you to do, because they are a good shop, and a lot of people will gravitate towards a good shop, including me and what I've been saying about them, which is why I continue to go to them. But again, they do fill up fast, so if you guys do get any work done by them, I highly suggest you go early morning and hop in line. Make sure you're one of the first through, I say at least 10 people there, to make sure that your work is going to get done that day. If you're doing a full exhaust, I would say try to be one of the first people there. It's okay if you're maybe the 10th person there. They do close at 7 o'clock, I'm pretty sure, each day. They are not open on the weekends. So if you're working throughout the week, you may have to take a day off and use some of your PTO time, but sorry to break that to you, but they do not work on weekends. But that'll be a good day for you to get some stuff done on your vehicles. And the job that they did put on, as you guys saw, the straight pipes on this truck, and it took them about 3 hours to take off my factory exhaust with the Super 10 muffler, cut that off, and then put the new piping on, the new True Dual pipes on. And as you guys saw earlier, we did not have these tips on. It was the stock tips. So that was not included in that time frame because all they had to do was leave those on. But I did go with stainless steel, so 304 stainless steel exhaust piping for the rust and corrosion. As you guys know, I do protect this vehicle to the best of my ability, and I hope you guys follow that process as well. I want to get this truck to 230,000 miles, just like I got my Dodge Ram there, and I want it looking just like this at 235,000 miles and still riding good with a rust-free underneath. So that's exactly what I plan to do with this truck, and continue to love it, drive it. I don't know how long we're gonna have this truck. I do plan to have it for that lifetime of the vehicle, but you never know, life happens, things may switch up. I didn't even know I was gonna get this truck as soon as I did, so things happen, life is life. But I'm so happy that I finally got these exhaust tips on. I will say these things do make a sound difference, and I'll close with this. Exhaust tips do make a sound difference. It's a different pitch. Now, as you guys saw in the previous couple of videos of the exhaust videos, the stock tips were soft in terms of a soft idle. Now we have a little bit more of a deeper idle. I will say it's not a drastic big difference. The drastic big difference comes with the cold starts and the cold start idle of these tips, and then when we're getting on the throttle and going, that is where the difference is made. But absolutely, yes, tips do make a sound difference, and I hope in the next video, after you guys watch that, you'll be able to tell the sound difference in the stock tips versus these tips, because I'll be able to get you guys the cold start side by side or one after the other. I'll be able to get you my start from down there, just at regular throttle, and then full throttle like I did with the stock tips. Get you guys another warm start, so you can see and see the sound difference, and I'll put the labeling below of which video it is, and if it's a cold start or a warm start, and all that good stuff. But they do make a sound difference, guys, and I'm so happy I went with these quad tips. I think they look great. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and as always, thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Click on to the next video. You won't want to miss it.
Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn.